Top 5 favorite fragrances for the month of January 2023. We're starting the year off strong with an absolute banger. In 5th place is Rejoice by Algabra, and this is fruity, heavenly paradise. All right, this fragrance is completely unisex. I get DMs from both men and women saying, I want a fruity fragrance, but the ones I've tried are too masculine, or the ones I've tried are too feminine. Boom. You're not going to have an issue with this right here. Down the middle, it'll fit anybody and everybody. Now, this is also fantastic in terms of performance. Me saying that it performs at a minimum of 10 hours is conservative because this is an extrait de parfum. It's 35% fragrance concentration. So this will latch on your skin, it will latch on your clothes, and the performance is stellar. However, it's not obnoxious. It's not something that the more you smell it, you're like, holy shit, this is getting annoying and you want to scrub it off you. This is something that in the air, it smells fantastic, but the closer your nose gets to it, it's still just as hypnotizing. Now, if this is the very first video that you've seen of me on my channel, then you probably have, let me just tell you the description I always give for this fragrance, right? Picture this vibe of the Greek gods and goddesses on Mount Olympus, being hand-fed grapes and being fanned with those big palm tree leaves. That, or just a really successful, humble person. Because in my eyes, this is not a sexy fragrance. When I smell it, I'm not like, ooh, you know, it's not giving off that type of energy, but it's very uplifting. It's very confident, and it's a feel-good type of scent that when you wear it, you're like, oh yeah, today's gonna be a good day. You know, and it's just something that when I smell it, it makes me smile. So in 5th place, Rejoice by Algabra. And as always, I'll put the discount link for all of these fragrances in the description box below and in the comment section in case you want to give them a try. Now, in 4th place is Salt and Pepper by Precious Liquid. Now, this is more of a peppery fragrance. It's not that salty. I know the name of it kind of reminds you of steak seasoning, but it doesn't smell like steak seasoning, okay? So it's a peppery fragrance. It has some ambroxan in the base to kind of help it push more, and this one is more on the masculine side. Now, this scent is not a beast mode performer like Rejoice, and by the way, this is a respectful beast mode scent, okay? Like I said, not obnoxious, but this is something that's pretty good in your scent bubble, but it's more of an intimate fragrance where you're next to somebody, or let's say you're at a date or you're at this club at a bar and the music's loud and you're trying to just talk to somebody that you're interested in, you're leaning over and you're just kind of getting closer and closer to each other, then this is a fragrance that just smells so good in those environments. Now, recently, I've actually layered this with Cologne by Parfums de Marly, and that was my girlfriend's recommendation because she loved Cologne the first time she smelled it, and she's like, I think that would smell really good with salt and pepper. So we did that, and she is in love. Now, my personal favorites to layer this with are, of course, Molecule 1. Elysium is a banger, and then Oud Wood by Tom Ford. But those 3 are my favorite, but Cologne is her favorite when it comes to layering this fragrance right here. Now, in 3rd place, Molecule 1 by Eccentric Molecules. This is an ISO-E super fragrance, so it enhances your skin chemistry. This isn't something that smells like your typical fragrance. It smells like you're not wearing a fragrance. And what I love is that this really is the perfect bang for your buck. Because let's say you got some weak players in your fragrance collection, right? You got some really sexy scents that don't perform and that pisses you off, and you want them to perform longer. You're not trying to get them to be louder, but you just want them to stay on for longer. Then you just throw Molecule 1 on top of it and your problem is solved. But on top of that, the reason this is also on the list is because yes, it's amazing when you layer, but I find this scent fantastic when you wear it by itself because it really is the ultimate signature scent. I remember saying that with my very first video talking about this fragrance, is if you are somebody that is looking for the most unique signature scent to yourself, then you gotta get Molecule 1. Because even if the whole entire world wore this fragrance, every single person would smell different because everybody's skin chemistry is different. Now, just a quick asterisk by that, okay? It's not like a magic elixir, okay? This really goes off, like I said, your skin chemistry, your hygiene. If you're somebody that is not very hygienic, and you throw on this fragrance, it's not going to all of a sudden make you smell good. It'll just amplify your odors, okay? So you have to be mindful of that, all right? So for me, the kind of comments I've received when I've worn Molecula 1 is that I smell fresh and that I smelled laundry clean. So this scent does put in work, and what I love is that it's also a smart scent. So let's say you work a desk job from 9 to 5, from 8 to 4, right? This is not a fragrance that your coworkers are gonna be smelling on you, because it's not gonna be pushing, it's not gonna be loud, it's not gonna have a crazy scent trail, you know, when you're not really being that active. But the second you get active, you can start to smell this thing. So let's say you go to the gym after work, you go get a workout in, you're going on a date, right? This would be amazing. And it's just one of those things that, like I said, doesn't smell like a scent. So when people pick up on it, they're like, okay, does this person naturally smell this way? Because it's very attractive. This has gotten some animalic reactions, and I love Molecula 1. So in third place, Molecula 1 Eccentric Molecules. In second place is Jet Black Reserve by Michael Malone. Now, the very first time I smelled this fragrance was at that fragrance outlet. Fire. Okay, let me just tell you this, okay? I did not know about Jet Black Reserve. When I was there, my main focus was Jet Black Intense because the name of it was cool, all right? And the guy said, you want to smell the Reserve too? And I was like, yeah, sure, why not? The more the merrier, right? But I was really looking forward to Jet Black Intense. Get my nose on it. Wasn't feeling it. I was like, oh, you know, it was kind of a letdown. And if you were to ask me right now, well, what did it smell like? Not memorable. I really cannot tell you. So I was disappointed, put my nose on the Reserve, and I'm like, oh shit, this is really good. And mind you, that day, I was trying a lot of other fragrances that y'all have asked me to try, right? On the masculine side, the feminine side. But I think on the masculine side, it was like Bad Boy EDT, Bad Boy EDP, Givenchy, Gentleman Absolute, I believe. I think it was the Absolute. Yeah. And then Jet Black Reserve and others, right? To me, I don't care about all the other fragrances that I mentioned. This was by far the sexiest. This fragrance, I really, really did love it. And in fact, ever since it came here, it's all that I've been wearing, like on my clothes. But again, on skin, it's fantastic as well. And by the way, this was sent by the brand, but this is not a sponsored video, okay? Like, my thoughts and opinions on this are authentic. And like I've said before, I've tried other fragrances from this brand that I really didn't give a fuck about, all right? But then this scent is definitely my favorite from them. I wasn't really a big fan, like I said, Jet Black Intense, I wasn't a fan of. And there was another fragrance. I don't think, not Citizen Jill, there was something else. The other Jet Blacks like Platinum and Enigma I haven't tried yet, but Reserve, this is the shit. And I do like it better. Well, you know, if you didn't see the video I'm talking about, I'm gonna stay quiet right now because I'm not trying to, I'm gonna, moving on. Ignore the last 2 seconds of what I just said. But my number one spot is Elysium by Raja Parfums. And this, look at this bottle. It's already like almost halfway done. I have been using the crap out of Elysium, and it's coming to that point where when I'm trying to spray it, sometimes like it's not picking up the juice because of the way that I'm turning it. So that kind of sucks, but this is just fruity paradise right here. It smells like a lemony pineapple cocktail. Straight up. Life of the party type of fragrance right here. This one, a very unisex fragrance. If I didn't mention, this is also unisex. And Jet Black Reserve is unisex, maybe slightly leaning masculine, but I also find this to be totally wearable for just like the cool girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like anybody can really pull off this fragrance if they want. But Elysium right here is something that, like Rejoice, it makes me happy. When I smell it, I'm like, oh yeah, this one, it never fails. But I do love wearing this the most as of right now with Molecula 1. Because sometimes, right? Sometimes this kind of goes in and out. I'm like, oh man, I don't smell Elysium anymore. Then boom, an hour later, I'm like, okay, there it is. I catch a whiff of it when I'm outside and the wind is blowing. But that problem has been significantly reduced when I do layer it with Molecula 1. But I mean, I think this has been the top spot for the past couple months now. Elysium. This was not breaking the top 3 for a while, and then all of a sudden it's been my number 1 because I've just been using it nonstop. But I really do love this fragrance right here. Anyways, again, let me know in the comment section what your go-to fragrances or what your top 5 scents for the month are, if you're doing any rotations or if you're somebody that likes to stick to one scent. And as always, like I said, the discount link for all of these in the description box below in the comment section, all right? I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.